art friends, we are ready for our very last art lesson of the session. Hopefully we'll be able to do some more, or if you take some here at the studio, maybe you'll get to keep working in your journal. Anyway, get your journal out, be ready to draw, use your markers and paint, and today we are going under the sea. All right, we are going to be drawing an under the sea turtle. And so you're gonna start with your pencil and you are going to lightly sketch an oval. So I'm gonna sketch around and around and around. I'm going super duper light like we've talked about because I want my pencil line to be able to be erased later. So there you go. There is the back or the shell of my sea turtle. Now I am going to take my pencil and I am going to do a wavy line, not super wavy, but kind of in and out. And I'm going to go, it looks a little bit like a pie crust as I am drawing, which makes me want pie, or it could be like a fancy mirror. But I'm going to do a little bit of in and out, and I'm going to show you why in just a minute. It's part of the shell. Okay, so I've got my wavy line. Now I'm gonna go in between each wavy part and I'm gonna connect that. The shells have a texture or pattern to it. And so part of it is this outer edge. Oh, let's see, I missed a little spot. And there you go. So draw your oval. You've got the center ready to go to put a design on the back, which we'll do in just a second. I'm gonna look for my eraser while you guys are drawing that. Here I go. So I'm just gonna lightly erase a few of these lines that are in here. And then of course later I'll go back over this with a Sharpie marker. So have all of that drawn. Now the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to draw the head and the tail. And so the head, I'm gonna make mine swimming this way. Comes down to a little point like so. Now I have a nice little head. I'm gonna round this out. You can have it kind of sharp if you want to, or you can round it off like that. Your eyeballs are gonna go on the side of the head. There we go. And then we can color those in just a little bit, like we'll do the middle of that black. So there are my eyes. Now I'm gonna need a tail. And so I'm just gonna put a little bitty tail back here. It's not gonna be super long, looks like that. Now to do the flippers, you're gonna need to make a line up and back like that. So it's like you're making a little roof on a house. I'm gonna do it that way, and then I'm gonna come back here and do it this way. Those lines help me guide where I'm gonna put my flippers so that my turtle looks like he's swimming. So once I have those 4 lines, I'm gonna take my pencil and I'm gonna sketch in and make the flipper a little fatter and a little rounder. So I round that off and I make it come back like so. Now I'm gonna come down here. This one's going off my page, but that's fine. And then this one, like so, okay? Now when I look at that, he is swimming like this. Now I'm gonna play with that a little bit. Maybe I wanna bring it back over and make that a little sharper. Flippers versus like actual legs. Now, turtles do come on land, sea turtles do, because they come up and they lay eggs, and I think that's a really cool thing that they do. All right, I'm gonna let y'all get your legs and everything right, and we'll be back to do the pattern on the shell in just a second. All right, now I am ready to make the pattern on the back of my turtle. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna locate the center. So right in the center, you're just gonna draw a line like that. If you will go big enough, make it big enough so that you don't have to go super tiny detailed around the outside edge. All right, once I have that, I am gonna draw a line here and a line here. Like so. I'm gonna draw a line here and a line here, and then I'm gonna close it off across the top. I'm gonna go in the other direction and I'm gonna draw a line out at an angle, like so. Then I'm gonna draw 2 lines here, lines in like this. Now, a turtle's back is gonna have patterns that are different depending on the turtle, just like fingerprints. But if you get something similar to this, now what you're gonna do, you're gonna look for where the lines meet. So this line meets right here. Where it meets, you're gonna draw the line out to the edge of the shell. All right, so when I'm here, it comes to, this is where my two lines met. I'm gonna draw here. Two lines are here, drawn out. There's a line here, here, and I just work my way around the shell so that I've got the two great big ones in the middle, and then I develop the shell pattern around the outside. Okay, so what we're gonna do as soon as you've got your shell pattern done is put our pencil down, grab our Sharpie, let me find my Sharpie, and go ahead, and once you have it the way you like it, Sharpie, trace everything, and then erase your pencil marks. You wanna be super careful with your Sharpie because that is your best project that you're keeping. All right, what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna paint my ocean. And so my under the sea turtle is an ocean turtle, and I'm gonna get some blue, and I'm gonna start up here. I'm gonna rinse my brush, and I'm actually gonna get some green, and I'm gonna mix those two colors to make kind of a tealish color. Now, something I just realized that I did not do, I should have opened my notebook. Here, let me do that real quick. I'm gonna do this so the paint doesn't run onto all my other pages. There we go. I'm sure you guys can still see. All right, so I'm gonna take it. I'm just gonna go I'm using a big brush that I probably could switch to a smaller one, but I wanted to be able to do this quickly while I've got you guys here. Lots of water, mixing my colors. You can use your palette to, ooh, that's a pretty color I just made. You can use your palette to mix your colors, but you can also mix right on the page. All right, so making the ocean water, lots of different mixes. Oh, you know what? I also sometimes, let me get this blue right here finished. Now, purple and green do not mix well, but if I will get the blue over here and rinse my brush really well, I can actually also change the watercolor and have it be varied in different places. That makes it more interesting by adding some purple to it. And so now, don't wanna mix the part that I have green in because green and purple do not mix well. They're not next to each other on the color wheel, but I can add that purple. And so you can play with your colors. I painted pretty fast, but I did miss some spots because I used too big of a brush. So figure out how you want that painted, then we need to let that settle for a little bit and dry, but you can look and see that I have that variation in color, and that looks really, really cool. If you keep it very wet like this, you can get just a tiny bit of salt, just regular salt like you would put on your French fries, and sprinkle on just a tiny little bit, and you should be able to see some crystals growing. So I'm gonna turn off the camera for just a minute, let this dry, and I'm gonna grab some salt crystals. Okay, mine is still drying because I neglected to say that when you sprinkle the salt on, I'm doing it right now, you have to sprinkle while it's wet. If you wait until the paper is dry, or if your watercolors are not quite damp enough, then you're not gonna get the crystals. But once you are finished with the watercolor while it's still wet, just get a teeny tiny bit of table salt. Here's mine, mine's great value, and just sprinkle it on. I have extra salt, so I'm just gonna dump it right here into the water. All right, I'm gonna let my crystals grow and let my picture dry. Okay, if you look, I have some super awesome crystals on here, and now I'm gonna go ahead and do my turtles. So I said to have your markers out because mine's still wet, but we can do our turtle using the markers so that we can make patterns. And so I can either color in, so I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna color in the whole entire thing like this with this lighter green. Then I can take that darker green and I can do like polka dots if I want to. So if you want to do different colors, you can use the markers to do that. I'll show you again, maybe next to it, I want to do this yellow. so after I am done, let's see, I have all the yellow in. Maybe I can take that light green now and I can make a pattern. You don't have to do it that way. You can also, if you would rather, use your paintbrush, or you can even mix it up. And it really doesn't matter what color your turtle is. So maybe you want this one to be that blue. That's a really pretty blue. The point is that you have a cool looking little turtle when you're all the way done. So go ahead and paint all of your turtle and then send me a picture if you want to. So I'm not quite finished, but I just wanted to show you just some of the details and how my turtle shell is turning out. Very cute with different patterns. Have fun with this project, and I'm actually going to post a little drawing project a little bit later today for some more space that you have in your drawing book. I will see you guys later.